Broadcasting live from the Cactus League in Arizona, Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air.
That's a fly ball deep to left side. Back. That's it. That's it. Hey, he did it. Ernie Banks got number 500. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, a no-hitter.
Today's game is a presentation of Major League Baseball Advanced Media in conjunction with the Chicago Cubs.
Throw to first. They're going to get him. Out at first. Out at first. Cubs win. Wow.
3 home runs, 110 runs batted in. And he sends a shot towards deep right center field. Rayburn back at the warning track. He turns around. So back to back to back.
Chicago Cubs Spring Training Baseball is brought to you by Under Armour Chicago Brand House, now open on 600 North Michigan Avenue. Budweiser, the Great American Lager, Starwood Hotels and Resorts, ATI Physical Therapy, the official therapy provider of the Chicago Cubs. American Airlines, book your next trip to visit the Cubs now at AA.com. Wintrust Community Banks and Sloan Valve Company, the world's leading manufacturer of water-efficient solutions. Now to the park for the Starwood Hotel and Resorts leadoff show. Here's Mick Gillespie and Len Casper.
Spring training greetings from beautiful Sloan Park in Mesa, Arizona. We have a Cactus League matchup this afternoon as the Chicago Cubs play host to the Cleveland Indians. Hello again, everyone, along with Mick Gillespie and our producer-engineer Joey Liberatore. I'm Len Casper. The Cubs trying to end a 5-game skid in the Cactus League today and try to also get out of their early March offensive malaise, just not scoring enough runs. They come in at 1-6 so far on the spring. The Indians are 2-4-2 in the Cactus League. Good pitching matchup. The first couple of innings at the least, a battle of former Cy Young Award winners. Right-hander Corey Kluber will pitch for Cleveland. Last year's National League Cy Young Award winner Jake Arrieta will make his spring debut. Probably will throw 2 innings for the Cubs today. Gorgeous day. It had cooled off a little bit here in the valley. It is warming up again. 75 degrees here in Mesa. Looks like another enormous crowd on hand, maybe upwards of 14 or 15,000. Calm conditions, lots of sun, lots of blue sky. And, Mick, it'll be fun to see Jake Arrieta take the ball today.
Yeah, this is the start of his post-Cy Young Award-winning campaign. You know, how do you follow up the best year of your career? And he had minimal success up until last season and then put it all together, 22 wins and 6 losses at the 177 earned run average, the streak of consecutive quality starts. He had the playoff game win against Pittsburgh. I felt like last season that it was Jake Arrieta that got the Cubs into the postseason and gave them the ace that they needed to win games.
The veteran starting pitchers kind of being pulled back a little bit in terms of innings in the spring. You know, the Cubs want to make sure going into September and hopefully deep into October, guys like Arrieta and Lester and Lackey have enough bullets left. Jake went way beyond his previous career high in innings pitched and admitted that maybe physically and even mentally going into the NLCS might have run out of gas just a little bit. But as you said, he was a big reason, if not the biggest, they got as far as they did. And he won the National League Cy Young Award. So we will have the Cubs hosting the Indians coming up and get the update on what transpired yesterday when we come back on Cubs.com.
Every Cub has a story. Anthony Rizzo, the Italian kid from Florida, hits home runs and shares his orange slices. John Lester, the country boy, loves the outdoors and pitches with a fire inside. Addison Russell, the shy, quiet kid who lets his play do all the shouting. Each took a different path to get here, but they share the same dream. Postseason glory at Wrigley Field. Be there for every moment of the journey. Get tickets at Cubs.com. Your 2016 Chicago Cubs. Let's go.
Treat your clients and guests to an all-inclusive suite experience this season at Wrigley Field on the new Veen Investment Suite level. Businesses and individuals alike find suites to be a perfect private setting to host their guests. Suites are an unforgettable experience for both die-hard fans and casual observers. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites.
On Monday, April 11th, the Cubs take on the Reds in their home opener at 7:05. The first 30,000 fans in attendance receive the official Cubs magnet schedule presented by G. Ordano's. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
This is your Chicago Cubs Spring Training Rewind. In yesterday's home matchup against the LA Dodgers, the Cubs had themselves a seesaw battle through the first 6 innings, as the long ball brought them back into it several times. In the third, the Cubs broke through with multiple hits against Clayton Kershaw, capping it off with a Chris Bryant RBI single to jump Chicago out to an early lead. In the fourth and fifth innings, the Dodgers would notch a run in both of their top halves, making it 2-1. But it's not a Cubs game without a Bryant blast, is it?
Chris Bryant with a high, deep drive to left center. Crawford is back. It is gone. A home run for Chris Bryant, and we are tied at 2.
3-2 Dodgers lead now in the bottom of the 6th, and well, he may be old, but he knows chicks still dig the long ball.
David Ross, a high fly ball deep to left, and it will go over the bullpen. We are tied once again.
Unfortunately, that's as close as the Cubs would get, as the Dodgers would keep the pressure on, scoring 3 in the 7th and another in the 8th, making it a 7-3 final. The Cubs' offense is still in a drought as they fall to 1-6 here in the Cactus League. Today it's a battle of riches as Corey Kluber and Jake Arrieta will boast their ace titles and Cy Young awards against each other. Indians, Cubs, when we come back, Mick Gillespie and Len Casper will have the starting lineups. First pitch right around the corner. That was your Chicago Cubs Spring Training Rewind. I'm Joey Liberatore.
It's not just a team, it's the Chicago Cubs. And it's not just baseball, it's city pride. And it's not just any season, it's this season, 2016, when all the rebuilding and drafting and trading and new additions come together as one, chasing postseason glory. This season, when the fans and the city and the team are on the edge of their seats because every moment at Wrigley Field matters. Don't miss a single one. Get tickets at Cubs.com. Your 2016 Chicago Cubs. Let's go.
Hey, Cub fans, show that you bleed Cubby Blue by becoming a member of the Cubs Club, the official fan club of the Chicago Cubs. Now, members will enjoy game day audio and exclusive perks. Now is the perfect time to join, rejoin, or give a fellow Cubs fan the gift of a Cubs Club membership. To join today, visit Cubs.com.
Experience the Budweiser bleachers in style with coworkers, friends, and family in one of the newest amenities, the left field porch. Enjoy the bleacher atmosphere in this private porch setting that offers tremendous views of the game and a unique look at the famous Chicago skyline. Available in blocks of 50 or 100, you'll enjoy lounge-style seating, unlimited beverages, and access 2 hours prior to first pitch. For more information, visit Cubs.com/suites.
The Chicago Cubs will host the 11th annual Race to Wrigley charity run presented by ATI Physical Therapy on Saturday, April 23rd at Wrigley Field. The 5K course runs through the streets of the Lakeview neighborhood and concludes at Wrigley Field. Cubs Charities will donate proceeds to support critical care needs for pediatric patients in Chicago through Advocate Children's Hospital. Sign up at CubsCharities.com.
On Wednesday, August 3rd at 1:20, the Cubs conclude their series with the Marlins. The first 10,000 fans in attendance will receive Cubs graphic socks, presented by StubHub. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
Clark's Crew is the official kids club of the Chicago Cubs. Team up with Clark as a member of Clark's Crew and receive kid-specific perks, experiences, and merchandise. Visit Cubs.com/Clark to sign up today and be a part of the fun all season long.
Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @LenCasper.
Welcome back to Sloan Park here in Mesa, Arizona for a Cactus League affair. The Chicago Cubs and the Cleveland Indians get set to go. Another gorgeous day, a little bit chilly. Well, I'd say chilly, but warming up a touch after yesterday. It's 67 degrees right now. It should be in the 70s at some point. Blue skies, the sun shining, and no wind and not much humidity. Perfect conditions for a practice baseball game. All right, Terry Francona leads the Cleveland Indians. They're 2-4-2 so far this spring. And here's his lineup for today's game. Leading off and at the DH spot, Rajai Davis. Batting second in center field is Tyler Naquin. Batting third at first base, Carlos Santana. Hitting fourth and catching, Yan Gomes. Batting fifth in right field, Lonnie Chisenhall. Batting sixth and in left field, Robbie Grossman. Hitting seventh at third base, Giovanni Urshela. Batting eighth at shortstop, Eric Gonzalez. And batting ninth at second base, Michael Martinez. They'll face Cy Young Award winner in the National League a season ago, Jake Arrieta. Arrieta 22-6, a 177 earned run average for the Cubs last year. Joe Madden was the National League Skipper of the Year. The Cubs have lost 5 straight here in Arizona. They're 1-6 in spring, so they'll try to break out today. And here's the lineup that Joe Madden has put together in hopes that the Cubs will score some runs. Leading off in center field, Dexter Fowler. Hitting second in right field, Jason Hayward. Batting third, the second baseman, Ben Zobrist. Batting fourth at first base, Anthony Rizzo. Hitting fifth and catching, Miguel Montero. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Addison Russell. Hitting seventh and at third base, Jamer Candelario. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Dan Vogelback. And batting ninth in left field, Juan Perez. Cubs are facing a former Cy Young Award winner from a couple of years ago in the American League, Corey Kluber, the starter today for Cleveland. Last year he was 9-16, 16 the most losses in the AL, had a 3.49 earned run average. 2014 he went 18-9. That was the year he won the Cy Young and had a 244 earned run average. So that'll be Kluber versus Arrieta here. Lineup cards have been exchanged, and we're just about set for the first pitch. Mike Winters is the home plate umpire today. Dale Scott, Ron Copa, and Ted Barrett are the base umpires. And they're waiting at home plate as we're now moments away from the Cubs being introduced to this crowd. And it looks like, I'm just going to guess as I pan through this gorgeous facility that it's going to be another sellout. And here we are moments before the first pitch, but the lower bowl is packed. There are a few empty chairs, but there's a lot of folks also still coming in through the turnstiles. Berms again. At this point, not much room out there either.
Cubs are averaging 14,535 per game already, and I think that's going to just increase as the spring moves on. I mean, yesterday, Mick, we had a Tuesday afternoon game, 15-3-13.
Oh, yeah. And as you heard, the Cubs have been introduced. Blue hats, blue spring training jerseys that they will wear the rest of the Cactus League. White pants today with the pinstripes, the Cy Young Award winner with that familiar beard, Jake Arrieta, out on the mound. Jason Hayward wearing number 22, jogging out to right field, something that Cub fans can't wait to see happen at Wrigley Field when the regular season arrives. Cubs camp, 64 players, 23 non-roster invitees, and they have not had a round of cuts as of yet. Now it's going to be a good one. Cleveland and the Cubs, a rare matchup in the regular season, though they did play last year. One of two Cactus League games to take place here in Arizona, the first tonight, or this afternoon, and we are just about ready to get it going. And to tell you all about it, here's Len Casper.
Okay, Mick, thank you very much. Is Jake Arrieta taking his warm-up tosses along with Miguel Montero. Arrieta with a no-hitter late last year in Los Angeles. Montero was his catcher that night, and as a thank you, Jake bought Miguel a really nice watch. So making sure he's taking care of his battery mate. Montero catching multiple no-hitters, also caught Edwin Jackson's back in 2010 when they were both with the Arizona Diamondbacks. First of two meetings between the Cubs and the Indians here in spring training. We will see the Indians in Goodyear on March the 19th as well. Both teams wearing blue. The Cubs with that kind of royal blue. And the Indians with the navy blue. As Rajai Davis will lead things off. Cubs 1-6 on the spring. Indians come in 2 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties. Davis 1 for 12 with a couple of RBIs. Candelario will play in on the grass at third. Rizzo pulled way off the line. Now he'll back up at first. No wind whatsoever as we get it started, and Arrieta with a first pitch fastball in for a strike. Jake just turned 30 3 days ago. The kick and the pitch, strike 2. Arrieta to the plate. A cutter is low and in the dirt. Righty to righty. Called strike 3 on a fastball. No argument from Davis. Good start for Arrieta. Punched out 236, by far a career high for him last year. Led the majors with 22 wins, 4 complete games, and 3 shutouts. 177 earned run average. Historic what he did in the second half. Major league record 0.75 earned run average after the All-Star break. Now Tyler Naquin, the center fielder, off to a very good start. Left-handed hitter and a swing and a miss. Might have been a changeup from Arrieta that time. Naquin 7 for 15 to start the spring. Center field is open for the Indians. One candidate for significant playing time. Here's a pitch. High and away. Is out half the year. Abraham Almonte already knows he'll miss the first 80 games due to a suspension for a PED offense. Arrieta's 1-1 offering is bounced foul to first. Mike Winters back at the plate. Dale Scott, Ron Colpett, Ted Barrett on the bases. 76 degrees officially at game time. And as Mick mentioned earlier, still fans filing into this packed ballpark. 1-2 low and inside. Cubs will hit the road tomorrow here on Cubs.com. We'll head up to Peoria to take on the Seattle Mariners, then back home Friday and Saturday. 2-2 pitch fouled back to the net. Carlos Santana's on deck. Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton to follow. Another 2-2 from Arrieta. A little bit high. It's full, 3-2.
Could have said Peter Frampton and Bruce Springsteen. They're both here this week.
Could have gone in a lot of different directions, yeah. Payoff pitch and a foul in and out of the glove of Montero. You going to check out the boss?
If I don't, I think I'm going to kick myself for it all year.
I've seen Peter Frampton a couple of times. He's great.
Yeah. Well, they're both playing tomorrow night, but not together.
Another 3-2 and another foul by Naquin. Indians managed by Terry Francona. Sandy Alomar Jr. down at first base. Mike Sarbaugh is the third base coach. They went 81-80, finished third in the AL Central last year. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two batters, two strikeouts. And it'll bring up the switch hitting Carlos Santana. Cubs will overshift toward the right as he bats left-handed. Candelario, the third baseman, will now basically play short. They'll move Russell over to the right side along with Zobrist and Rizzo. Ben Zobrist is a good 30 feet into the outfield grass. About as deep as you'll see a second baseman play. Here's a pitch. Foul back. One strike on Santana. First inning of work this spring for Jake Arrieta. And his 0-1 popped high in the air, shallow left. Juan Perez coming in. He's under it, and he's got it. Pretty uneventful opening inning for Arrieta. That's the way you like it. Two strikeouts and a flyout, and the Indians go down quietly with the Cubs coming up from Mesa.
Take home a game used or autographed item and help benefit Cubs charities. Cubs Authentics is a premier outlet for all MLB authenticated Cubs memorabilia. Visit Cubs.com/authentics to bid on weekly auction items and to pre-order game used bases and baseballs. The Cubs will donate net proceeds from the sale of Cubs Authentics items to Cubs charities.
On the road or at home, Cubs Destinations provide the most exclusive access for any Cubs fan. Cubs Destinations travel packages include game tickets, hotel accommodations, ballpark tours, and a private meet and greet with a current Cubs player. For more information or to book your next trip, visit Cubs.com/travel.
On Saturday, April 30th, the Cubs battle the Atlanta Braves at 1:20. The first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Ron Santo replica statue
presented by TransUnion. For more information, including ticket availability, visit Cubs.com.
You're listening to Cubs Baseball with Mick Gillespie and Len Casper.
Corey Kluber out on the mound. 5 years in the major leagues, 40-35 record, a 339 earned run average. Mentioned a season ago, he was 9-16, had a 349 earned run average, pitched 32 games, a workhorse, compiling 222 innings, only allowed 189 hits, and had 245 strikeouts. So the win-loss record wasn't great last year, but maybe that's the thing he has least control over. Everything else turned out to be another good campaign for Kluber. Dexter Fowler, Jason Hayward, and Ben Zobrist due up first for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first.
Indians did not score in the top of this first inning, and a nice hand for Dexter Fowler. Good to see Mark Brady, Cubs television producer, in for the weekend. Fowler, switch hitter. He'll bat left-handed. Yeah, Kluber led the American League with 18 wins 2 years ago, and then, unfortunately for him, led the league with 16 losses last year. Fastball inside on Fowler. Urshela pulled in at third. Everybody else is back. The pitch outside. Fowler homered on Sunday in Scottsdale against the Diamondbacks. Cubs hitting just 188 as a club. The 2-0 from Kluber is rolled on a broken bat. Ground ball to the second baseman Martinez. He's up with it, throws him out, and one away. Corey Kluber has a bowling ball sinker. Now Jason Hayward. This is Kluber's second outing. 2 innings against the Giants his first time out. Didn't get much run support last year, which led to that 9-16 mark. Outside ball one. Over these last 2 seasons, Kluber leads the American League in strikeouts. The pitch. Inside corner that time. 1-1. Saw a lot of home runs, Mick, in batting practice today. I was down there when, as Hayward taps foul. Hayward, Fowler, Rizzo, and Montero were in one group. A little later, Dan Vogelbach had a round in which he hit, I believe, like 6 home runs. The ball was carrying this morning. And the lingo down there is good swipe. Good swipe. There's a good swipe. Unfortunately, Hayward bounces right to Martinez, the second baseman. 2 ground outs, and now Ben Zobrist. These veteran guys, they know they don't have to worry about their standing on the roster, so there's no urgency in that regard. Still a few weeks before opening day. Outside ball one. To Fowler is now 1 for 9. Hayward 1 for 7. Zobrist 1 for 7 going into this at bat. Here's the 1-0 from Kluber. Tapper foul. Just be ready on April 4th. It's all that matters. The righty on a 1-1 changed him up, swing and a miss. 1-2. Kluber went to Stetson University. Swing and a miss by Zobrist, and Kluber matches Arrieta with a 1-2-3 bottom of the first after an inning on a gorgeous day in Arizona. It's the Cubs nothing and the Indians nothing.
Once again, the Cubs will feature Budweiser Bleacher Fridays on select days starting with Friday, May 27th. Budweiser Bleacher Fridays celebrate the unique experience that only happens in the famed bleachers of Wrigley Field. Each Budweiser Bleacher Friday will feature a special giveaway only available to Bleacher fans 21 and over. Don't miss out on the experience. Visit Cubs.com for the complete list of scheduled dates, the latest updates, and ticket availability.
Hey Cubs fans, let's go! Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com. Following the postseason run and an impressive offseason, there is tremendous excitement leading up to the Wrigley Field opener this year. Plan now to catch all your favorite division rivals as well as interleague matchups that include the Angels, Mariners, and Rangers. The 2016 promotional giveaways include unique bobbleheads, replica throwback jerseys, Budweiser Bleacher Fridays, and much more. With demand so high this season, plan to get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
There's still time to sign up for the Chicago Cubs baseball summer camps presented by ATI Physical Therapy and Ideal Industries. Young sluggers ages 5 to 13 will suit up in Cubs gear, meet a current Cubs player, and receive top-notch baseball instruction around the Chicagoland area. To enroll your child in the camp experience of a lifetime, visit Cubs.com/kids.
Tomorrow, the Cubs will face the Seattle Mariners at 2:05 Central Time. You can listen right here on Cubs.com. Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @LenCasper.
Jake Arrieta loosening up. Scoreless game through an inning here at Sloan Park in Arizona. Tomorrow the Cubs hit the road. They'll be down in Peoria, take on the Mariners. How about this pitching matchup? John Lester, left-hander. He'll go for the Cubs against Wade Miley, lefty. For the M's, we'll have that for you starting at 1:50. That is our airtime here on Cubs.com.
Jacob Joseph Arrieta, 6'4", 225. Starts the top of the second, facing Yan Gomes, the Indians' catcher. Gomes, right-handed hitter. And here we go. The first pitch is too low for a ball. Battery to start it, Arrieta and Montero. 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Rizzo at first, Zobrist at second, Russell at short, Candelario at third. Juan Perez is in left, Dexter Fowler in center, Jason Hayward manning right. Arrieta's 2-0, catches the outside corner, 2-1, 94 on the fastball. Lonnie Chisenhall is on deck. Arrieta with a big leg kick and a pitch high, 3-1. A 3-1 pitch bounced foul. It's full, 3-2. Arrieta finished 2015 with 20 consecutive quality starts and a 16-1 record. His only loss, 3-2, is hit hard on the ground, but right to Zobrist, the second baseman. He makes the play for the first out. His only loss came on the day Cole Hamels no-hit the Cubs at Wrigley Field.
Jeez. Much you can do about that.
No. And then, as I mentioned earlier, Arrieta would throw a no-hitter of his own on August the 30th at Dodger Stadium. Lonnie Chisenhall is playing right. 1 for 10 to start the spring. Left-handed bat. And inside, ball 1. Deep breath by Arrieta. Working from the third base side of the rubber. And the pitch is off the outside corner. 2-0 on Chisenhall. National League wild card game. Arrieta made more history. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, left side out of play. First pitcher ever to deal a complete game shutout in the postseason with at least 10 strikeouts and no walks. And he also stole a base. That sent the Cubs to the division series where they beat the Cardinals. Another Chisenhall foul to make it 2-2.
And those games have been so fun to watch. And not just the one that the Cubs were in, but just over the last few years since they added that wild card. And to win it, you've got to have a great pitcher. Cubs stunned the Pirates.
2-2, fly ball down the left field line, and it twists out of play.
I think for the Pirates, it was like it's deja vu all over again. You know, they got roughed up by the Giants, and then they got roughed up by Arrieta, and those postseasons, those were two of the best pitchers in the entire playoffs.
Yeah, they got Madison Bumgarner one year and Jake Arrieta the next.
Yeah.
In the dirt, 3-2. I think it tells you that the starting pitcher is more important than whether you're at home or on the road. You'd rather pitch or play the game on the road if you feel like you have the starting pitching advantage. Now a 3-2. He got him at the knees for strike 3. Chisenhall called out looking.
This looks so easy for Arrieta going back to last year and then watching him again today. You know, it's like he falls behind a couple pitches and he's just able to come right back and spot him up where he wants him.
Now Robbie Grossman, switch hitter, playing left. No score, second inning. Here's a pitch, fouled away. Grossman, a former Houston Astro. Got released in November by the Astros, and less than a month later signed with the Indians. 0-1, swing and a miss on a neat changeup at 89 miles an hour. Montero wants this pitch up, putting that glove up above the belt as a target, and that's where the pitch is. Taken, and it's 1-2. Arrieta throws, swing and a miss on a breaking ball in the dirt. Montero will dig it out, fire to first to complete the play. Well, if that's it for Arrieta, it was pretty impressive. 6 batters, 4 strikeouts for Jake Arrieta through his 2 innings of work. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score between the Indians and the Cubs.
Every Cub has a story. Anthony Rizzo, the Italian kid from Florida, hits home runs and shares his orange slices. John Lester, the country boy, loves the outdoors and pitches with a fire inside. Addison Russell, the shy, quiet kid who lets his play do all the shouting. Each took a different path to get here, but they share the same dream. Postseason glory at Wrigley Field. Be there for every moment of the journey. Get tickets at Cubs.com. Your 2016 Chicago Cubs. Let's go.
Treat your clients and guests to an all-inclusive suite experience this season at Wrigley Field on the new Veen Investment Suite level. Businesses and individuals alike find suites to be a perfect private setting to host their guests. Suites are an unforgettable experience for both die-hard fans and casual observers. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites.
You know, a lot of people think I have the best seat in the house. No way. The best seat in the house is right here. Cheering on the Cubs with the greatest fans in the world and the greatest beer in the world, Budweiser. Yeah, nothing quenches a Cub fan's thirst for victory quite like the king of beer. Oh, here comes another one. Cub fans, this Bud's for you.
You're listening to Cubs Baseball with Mick Gillespie and Len Casper.
Nice to have you with us today for Cubs Baseball on MLB.com as Anthony Rizzo will start the bottom of the second against Corey Kluber. Indians over shift to the right on the infield against Rizzo. And the first pitch is a heater up and away for ball one. Sean checks in on Twitter asking about the Cactus League television schedule for the Cubs. As Rizzo checked his swing, but he could not hold, and it's 1-1. Jim DeShays and I will have our first Cubs telecast 1 week from today on Comcast Sportsnet against the Royals in surprise. Line shot over the shift into right for a base hit. Anthony Rizzo, the first base runner of the ball game. Now the red-hot Miguel Montero, 6 out of 8 so far. So we'll be on next Wednesday, the 16th. A week from Sunday, the 20th. The 23rd, that'll be WGN. The 23rd, 25th, 27th, 29th, 31st we're on CSN. As Montero swings and lets go of the bat. And it helicopters over the first base dugout and into the front row. And fortunately, everybody's all right. Our WGN telecast, the 20th, the 26th, and April 1st. So we will have 9 in all before opening day. Every game from here on out, by the way, can be found somewhere, either here on MLB.com, on the radio, or on television. One strike on Montero as he gets a new bat. Rizzo at first, nobody out in the pitch, and Montero tried to check, and will they appeal to first? They did, and he held. 1-1. Kluber and Gomes the battery. Santana holding on Rizzo at first. Martinez at second. Gonzalez at short. Line shot right to Martinez, and he makes the catch. And Rizzo heads back quickly to the bag at first. So Montero, even when he makes an out, also makes a loud noise off the bat. Man, is he locked in or what?
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of there. I mean, he was right on top of it.
Now the shortstop, Addison Russell. So Santana, Martinez, Gonzalez, Urshela, first to third. Grossman, Naquin, Chisenhall left to right in the outfield. Righty to righty, and Russell waves at a high fastball for strike one. Rizzo with a decent lead at first, not running as the pitch is rolled to short. Backhanded play by Gonzalez. Throw to second. Rizzo forced there. What a play by Eric Gonzalez. Going into the hole is short. Knew he did not have a double play attempt. Nice stretch by Martinez at second as they force Rizzo. So Russell now at first, 2 outs, and it's the switch batting Jeimer Candelario. Kluber probably goes 3 today after he went 2 in his debut. Now a check on Russell, who dives back head first. Brandon Hyde, the Cubs first base coach. Gary Jones over third. Joe Madden on the top step in the dugout. He likes to stand basically in the same place in every dugout. The pitch. Rolled into right, and a base hit as Russell had to jump over the ball to make sure it didn't hit him. If that ball had hit the runner, the inning would have ended. But Russell with a very athletic play to kind of somersault over that ground ball. It'll be a single for Candelario. 2 men on for Dan Vogelbach. In the process, Russell lost his batting helmet and got a nice hand from the crowd. That was acrobatic.
It was like the Matrix.
Here's Vogelbach. 2 hits and 10 tries, including a double and a run knocked in. No score, bottom 2. Kluber from the stretch and way high, ball 1. Andy Akins wants to know if we were shopping for our opening day jersey, would we go Arrieta, Bryant, or Russell? I'd say all 3. Throw in a Hayward and a Rizzo. 1-0 swing and a miss by Vogelbach. It's 1-1.
Yeah, maybe he's talking about, though, for him and this year. He's got to pick one.
Yeah, I think
you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, though, that if I had to pick one of the 3 as a jersey, I would say Bryant, just because he's Rookie of the Year and he's going to be around for a while.
1-1, a strike on Vogelbach. 1-2. Rhino Grace sent us a tweet from snowy northern Canada, listening to us today. Actually, it's Tim, but his Twitter name is Rhino Grace. 1-2 on Vogelbach, 2 on, 2 down.
I remember when Mark Grace was a fresh-faced rookie with the Cubs, and Rhino was on the team watching on WGN back when I was a kid.
Inside, count even at 2-2. Kluber set. Quick look at Russell. Now to the plate. Vogelbach bounds foul. Dan not happy with himself. I assume, Mick, he thought he should have done more damage there.
Yeah. He's a very good hitter. He hits for average. He's shown power at times. But for him to get to the major leagues, I think he's going to have to hit with more power.
As I mentioned earlier, he hit some booming home runs in BP. Now Kluber spins and fires to second, as Gonzalez had snuck in behind Russell, but Addison gets back in plenty of time. Kluber at the belt. Here it comes, and it just missed low. Kluber thought it was strike 3. Mike Winters said no. 3-2. Runners will be moving with this 2-out, 3-2 pitch. There they go. Here's the pitch. Low and in. Vogelbach walks. The bases are loaded. Juan Perez batting ninth will hit with the bases loaded and 2 down. 1 for 10 on the spring. Russell, the runner, at third. Candelario at second. Vogelbach is at first. And ball 1 on a fastball low. No score. Cubs threatening with 2 outs in the second. The pitch. Perez on 2 hops to the shortstop. Gonzalez. He'll flip to Martinez at second, and that will end the inning. 2 singles and a walk, but no runs as Kluber gets through it without any damage done. Off to the third inning. It's still the Cubs nothing and the Indians nothing.
On the road or at home, Cubs Destinations provide the most exclusive access for any Cubs fan. Cubs Destinations travel packages include game tickets, hotel accommodations, ballpark tours, and a private meet and greet with a current Cubs player. For more information or to book your next trip, visit Cubs.com/travel.
It's not just a team, it's the Chicago Cubs. And it's not just baseball, it's city pride. And it's not just any season, it's this season, 2016, when all the rebuilding and drafting and trading and new additions come together as one, chasing postseason glory. This season, when the fans and the city and the team are on the edge of their seats because every moment at Wrigley Field matters. Don't miss a single one. Get tickets at Cubs.com. Your 2016 Chicago Cubs. Let's go.
Clark, the official mascot of the Chicago Cubs, can be a part of your next event. From community outings to wedding receptions and birthday parties, Clark wants to be invited. Visit Cubs.com/kids for more information on bringing Clark to your next party.
On Saturday, September 3rd, the Cubs take on the Giants at 1:20. The first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Cubs tumbler presented by Pepsi. For more information and ticket availability, visit Cubs.com.
Scoreless tie as the Indians will bat in the third inning. Pierce Johnson battled some injuries last year with a career 2.50 minor league earned run average. 6'3", 200 pounds. Still just 24 years old, the 43rd overall pick in the 2012 draft. So he'll face the Indians, 7, 8, and 9 hitters. And with a play-by-play, here's Mick Gillespie.
All right, Len, thank you so much. Pretty good handoff. Arrieta to Pierce Johnson. And kind of significant because Pierce Johnson, coming off of a very good year in the minor leagues after an injury, gave Jake Arrieta some credit for his success. Giovanni Urshela, 225 average, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs coming to the plate. Juan Perez, Dexter Fowler, Jason Hayward in the Cubs outfield left to right. Jeimer Candelario, Addison Russell, Ben Zobrist, Anthony Rizzo. Cubs infield third to first. Miguel Montero catching, and here's the pitch to the righty, and it's in there for a strike. 225 average a year ago. Mentioned that, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs in the major leagues. Herschel awaits, and the pitch is hit in the air, high, deep down the left field line. This one's got a chance if it's fair. Into the corner. It's gone. A home run. Into the bullpen, just inside the foul pole to left. And the Indians take a 1-0 lead.
Second homer of the spring for Urshela. That was a line shot, Mick. It didn't get very high off the ground. And he had just enough height to get it out.
Came in batting .364 this spring. And first pitch swinging, Eric Gonzalez belts one right back through the middle and a base hit. And he'll stop at first.
Hey, Dan Lowry's listening to us on the MLB At Bat app in Louisiana. Great to have you with us, Dan.
Down in Cajun country, here's Michael Martinez, switch hitter batting left-handed, .267 average, 2 runs knocked in, 1-0 Indians. Yeah, Pierce Johnson, during his 4 weeks in spring training, came under the tutelage of Jake Arrieta as the pitch is fouled back. And he said, I watched how he focused on every pitch. And he talked about asking Jake questions about the 2014 season. And he said he gave him advice, went out of his way for him. Pierce Johnson, a former second-round pick. Ball's bunted, and it's going to go back and foul. One ball and one strike. Said he reminded him a lot of himself when he was that age. Arrieta talking about Pierce Johnson. Said he's a kid who's very adamant about taking the steps necessary to get better, what it takes to have success at this level, and also having the right tools. From the stretch, here's Johnson, one of the Cubs' top pitching prospects. Pitch is low for a ball. Still on Baseball America's list. The biggest thing that Johnson got out of it are the things that are maybe the toughest to master, according to Arrieta, and that's all the work that it takes off the field. Ground ball, foul, first base way. Pierce Johnson with the long hair coming out from behind his Cubs cap. Gave up the home run to Urshela. Leading off here in the third inning. Gonzalez followed with a single. He's at first, and now it's a ball and 2 strikes to Martinez. Here's the pitch. Swing right off the knuckles, fouled it back. Another big crowd. Not quite as big as yesterday, though, but still going to be close to a sellout. Cubs have lost 5 straight in the Cactus League. Infield at double play depth. Now the pitch. And that one, I don't know where it missed.
Maybe outside.
I see. Threw it right to the glove on the outside corner. If it missed, it did not miss by much. Throw to first. Runners back in there safely.
I want to give a shout out to my dad, Joe Casper, listening to us, getting in his daily walk in mid-Michigan.
All right.
Jason Wagner, Jonesboro, Arkansas. Got us dialed in, too.
There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And Martinez lingered on the backswing. Montero with no chance to throw to second. And it's a strikeout, stolen base. Gonzalez gets there without a throw. So Rajay Davis will bat. Struck out facing Arrieta in the first. Jake went 2 innings. Had 3 strikeouts and got the side in order twice. 1-0 Indians. Davis with the Tigers last year hit .258, had 8 homers, 30 RBIs there. Pitch to him is a strike. Johnson eyes the sign, standing right on top of his shadow as the sun's overhead. Not a cloud in the sky. And the pitch, inside and low. Just bright and sunny, very high sky. Davis wags the bat around a couple of times. Johnson looks back at second. And Zobrist came running in behind the runner like maybe they had a play on, but late to develop, and Gonzalez walks back. One ball and one strike. Again, Johnson. Ready, and here it is. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball, strike 2. Drafted by the Cubs in the first round, 43rd overall in the 2012 draft out of Missouri State. He had previously been taken by Tampa Bay in the 15th round of the 09 draft. That was out of Faith Christian Academy in Colorado, a suburb of Denver. Here's a little pop-up. This should be an easy play for Russell. Shortstop backs up. Underneath it, about 6 steps in the grass, puts it away, 2 outs. So 2 gone in the 3rd inning, a run in for Cleveland. Tyler Naguin coming up. Struck out in the 1st inning. He's 0 for 1. Runner at second base, Pierce Johnson on the mound. You look at the Cubs prospect list according to Baseball America. Maybe one big surprise was that they actually have Pierce Johnson listed ahead of Carl Edwards Jr. on that list. First pitch to the lefty, and that one misses, ball 1.
South Bend Cubs Midwest League affiliate. They've got us dialed in as well.
All right.
Getting ready for their opening day in 29 days.
Swing and a miss. Big hack, strike. And it's 1-1. They did an excellent job rebranding their team. They added the name Cubs and then put together some really cool hats and shirts and logos.
I totally agree. Drew very well in their first year as a Cubs affiliate.
Great match. Pitch swung on, fouled back. Johnson's listed 12th on the Baseball America prospect list. Not many pitchers ahead of him. Dwayne Underwood is the top-rated Cubs pitching prospect. He's 4th. Dylan Cease is 5th. And Oscar De La Cruz is 8th. That's it.
Sounds like Underwood's feeling better. He's battling some nasty allergy issues early in camp.
Long pause, looks at second, now delivers. High and away. Still a very talented minor league system when you take a look at this prospect list, but a couple of years ago it was just ridiculous. I mean, you know, the Chris Bryant on there and Javi Baez and Addison Russell. Pitch on the way, high. And again, not getting the borderline calls. Must have been off the plate again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second. Counts full. And Johnson home. And he walked him. Ball 4.
We got a good group of people listening to our webcast today all around the world. Nick in Lincoln, Nebraska. Tom's in rainy Indianapolis. Billy Harden from Mississippi, Moss Point. Listening on the app today. Rockford, Illinois represented. Kelly, Steve, John, and Rob. Bill Olson in Lexington, Kentucky. Kevin's in Toronto, Ontario.
Carlos Santana popped out his first time up. Swings and fouls that pitch back. Strike one. Indians ahead by a run here in the third. Men at first and second and 2 outs. How far does your dad walk every day anyway?
2 or 3 miles, I think.
Nice. Very dangerous left-handed batter. Swing, line drive, base hit. That's into right field on a bounce. Hayward plays it. Gonzalez scores, and it's 2-0. Throw goes to second. Egwin stops there. And Pierce Johnson will face Jan Gomes. Gomes grounded out to second in the second inning. Here's Pierce's pitch home, and it's a little bit low, ball one. Santana hitting over 400 this spring after that RBI hit. Now the 1-ball pitch, and there a strike. Been a rough inning for Pierce Johnson. Gave up a leadoff home run. Another run since. That pitch misses. Another one that was really close. Two balls and a strike to count. Look back at second. The pitch home. Outside a ball, 3-1. Unfortunately for Pierce, he might get the hook here soon.
A long, laborious inning.
Yep. If he had gotten the benefit of the doubt on a couple pitches, probably would have just been a run. Big chopper foul, third base way. But he really hasn't gotten any help at all from behind the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
You mentioned Lester and Miley tomorrow over in Peoria. John Lackey make his Cubs debut on Friday against the Reds. Robert Stevenson on the mound for Cincy.
Here's the 3-2. Runners go. Inside, ball 4. And the bases are loaded.
Here comes Chris Bosio, the Cubs pitching coach. They've got a 30-second clock now, Mick, for manager and pitching coach visits.
Yeah, he got out there and it was 19 seconds left. So
I think it starts about when they get to the chalk, or the foul line.
Okay, well, I'm watching the clock on that.
Yep. And as it hit about 4 seconds to go, Mike Winters started out toward the mound, and that's when Bosio was finished.
Two nothing already. Lonnie Chisenhall up. Bases loaded, and the first pitch to Chisenhall. Off the plate, ball one. Struck out in the second inning. Wind's blowing out towards right. Johnson looks back at second, and here comes the pitch home. And another one that must just be, barely outside. Right on the corner of the plate. But called a ball. Here's the 2-0. Lifted in the air, deep left field. And Juan Perez is there to make the catch. And the inning is over. Indians scored 2, could have been worse, including the Urshela home run. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Cleveland 2, Cubs nothing.
Hey, Cubs fans, let's go. Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com. Following the postseason run and an impressive offseason, there is tremendous excitement leading up to the Wrigley Field opener this year. Plan now to catch all your favorite division rivals as well as interleague matchups that include the Angels, Mariners, and Rangers. The 2016 promotional giveaways include unique bobbleheads, replica throwback jerseys, Budweiser Bleacher Fridays, and much more. With demand so high this season, plan to get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
Giordano's world-famous stuffed pizza is proud to be the official pizza of the Chicago Cubs and to be voted Chicago's #1 pizza by Chicago Magazine. Just like the Cubs, Giordano's is a Chicago icon, but now you don't have to go.
Fowler steps out of the box, looks at his bat, and now he walks back to the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. 2-0 Cleveland in the third. And the pitch on the way home. Got him looking inside. Fastball, strike 3. Right on the corner. That'll bring up Jason Hayward. 2-0 Indians. Scored twice in the top of this inning. Hayward grounded to second his first time up. Hayward signed the lucrative contract in the offseason to become a member of this Cubs team from over in St. Louis. Started his career with his hometown Atlanta Braves as the pitch is a strike. Growing up, one of his closest friends, just one of his high school teammates, helped him in 2005 win the Georgia State Championship, Andrew Wilmot. And tragically, Andrew died in a car accident. And as a tribute to honor his late friend, Hayward wears his number 22 to this day as the pitch is swung on and missed. And it's 2 balls and a strike. So when he got to Chicago, signed the contract, Addison Russell was wearing the number 22. So they worked the deal out as Hayward swings and misses. Strike 3. Made it lucrative for the young shortstop who switched to number 27. And Jason continued to honor his late friend by wearing his number 22. He strikes out. There's 2 gone now. Ben Zobrist up. Cubs down by 2 in the third.
And Russell wearing number 27, which was worn by Eddie George.
Yep, his father's favorite football player. First pitch in there, strike to Zobrist. Here's the 0-1. Outside, missed the corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's Kluver's pitch. That's in there, a strike. Cut across the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 to Zobrist. Got him looking, strike 3, right down the middle. Cubs struck out in order by Kluber in the third. We've completed 3 innings here in Mesa. Indians 2, Cubs nothing.
On Monday, August 1st, the Cubs battle the Miami Marlins at 7:05. The first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Chris Bryant Rookie of the Year bobblehead presented by Wintrust Community Banks. For more information or purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Hey, Cubs fans, let's go! Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com. Following the postseason run and an impressive offseason, there is tremendous excitement leading up to the Wrigley Field opener this year. Plan now to catch all your favorite division rivals as well as interleague matchups that include the Angels, Mariners, and Rangers. The 2016 promotional giveaways include unique bobbleheads, replica throwback jerseys, Budweiser Bleacher Fridays, and much more. With demand so high this season, plan to get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @LenCasper.
On Sunday, August 14th, the Cubs battle the Cardinals. The first 5,000 kids in attendance receive a Clark hat, presented by Velveeta. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Tomorrow, the Cubs will face the Seattle Mariners at 2:05 Central Time. You can listen right here on Cubs.com. You're listening to Cubs Baseball with Mick Gillespie and Len Casper.
Cubs go to the bullpen and I'll bring out lefty Edgar Olmos. Here's Johnson. Fought through it last inning. Pitched 1 frame and gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs. Had 2 walks and a strikeout. And almost takes over in this Cactus League game. 4th inning of action. almost was with Cleveland. Seattle a year ago. Cubs playing Cleveland right here. Indians sent 8 to the plate an inning ago. The only man that did not bat, Robbie Grossman, will lead off here in the 4th. Cubs spring training, 64 players still in camp. Breaks down like this: 23 non-roster invitees, 36 pitchers, 13 infielders, 6 catchers, 9 outfielders. Got 11 former first-rounders. Almost claimed off of waivers by the Cubs as Grossman takes a strike. December of 2015. So in his career, he's got a 1-1 record and a 5.21 ERA in 11 major league games. That includes 2 starts. There's a line drive to right, fair ball, just fair. Hits off the sidewall and bounces to Hayward, and into second base, Grossman slides with a double. Barely kept that one fair. That'll bring up Giovanni Urshela. Homered in the 3rd, 1-for-1 in the game. Almost was with the Mariners last year. 2013, pitched with the Marlins. Originally a 3rd-round pick by Miami in the 2008 draft. It was claimed off waivers in November of 2014 by the M's. First pitch strike. Here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt. Runner breaks for 3rd. And Montero didn't have it go too far away from him, but couldn't pick it up and throw. And Grossman's standing at 3rd now on the wild pitch. Nothing Indians. There's a swing and a miss. Cubs really have had a total resurgence under manager Joe Madden. He's brought so much to the table. Here's the pitch with the infield in. Chop towards first. Fielded by Rizzo. He'll look the runner back and then run to the first base bag and force Urshela, and there's 1 out. Eric Gonzalez bats with the infield in. 2-0 Indians. Three-time manager of the year already, Joe Madden. 2008, 2011, and 2015. Pitch high for a ball. Prior to or during his time in Tampa Bay. Here's the 1-ball pitch. Swing, a little cue shot out in front of the plate. Montero pounces on it. Looks the runner back to 3rd, and then the catcher on a ball that might have rolled 5 feet throws to first and takes care of Gonzalez. 2 outs. Maybe the only thing that really slowed him down from even making that play faster was the ball was rolling right next to the feet of Gonzalez as he was running to first. So he had to wait until the runner cleared the baseball where he could pick it up. Michael Martinez struck out his only time up. Almost delivers outside ball 1. Madden was with the Angels organization 31 years. before he was hired as Tampa Bay's skipper. Swing, fouled down. He was a minor league catcher, signing as a free agent with the Angels in 1975, and then never made it past High A. Played for 4 seasons. Eventually became a minor league manager, scout, roving minor league hitting coordinator, and a coach for the major league team. Here's the 1-1. Swing, lifted in the air. That's going to be a base hit to right. Played on a bounce by Hayward. It's an RBI single, Martinez. And as Grossman scores, it gives Cleveland a 3-0 lead. Martinez, a nice job guiding the ball the other way. Back to the top of the lineup, Rajai Davis struck out and popped out. He's 0 for 2. 2 in the third, 1 more in the fourth for Cleveland. They got the runner picked off. Rizzo throws it to Russell. Russell chases him back towards first. Now almost has it. Back to first again, and finally tagged out by Zobrist. Excellent job running the bases by Martinez. And he gets a round of applause, and so do the Cubs for throwing him out. He went back and forth about 3 times before they finally got him. We'll get the official scoring for that when we return. We played 3.5 innings here in Mesa. Cubs trail the Indians by 3.
Hey, Cubs fans, let's go. Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com. Following the postseason run and an impressive offseason, there is tremendous excitement leading up to the Wrigley Field opener this year. Plan now to catch all your favorite division rivals as well as interleague matchups that include the Angels, Mariners, and Rangers. The 2016 promotional giveaways include unique bobbleheads, replica throwback jerseys, Budweiser Bleacher Fridays, and much more. With demand so high this season, plan to get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
Experience the Budweiser bleachers in style with coworkers, friends, and family in one of the newest amenities, the left field porch. Enjoy the bleacher atmosphere in this private porch setting that offers tremendous views of the game and a unique look at the famous Chicago skyline. Available in blocks of 50 or 100, you'll enjoy lounge-style seating, unlimited beverages, and access 2 hours prior to first pitch. For more information, visit Cubs.com/suites.
On Saturday, September 18th, the Cubs battle the Brewers at 3:05. The first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Kyle Schwarber home run bobblehead presented by Comcast Sportsnet. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
You know, during the off-season, I'm the mayor of Rush Street. But once the Cubbies take the field, I'm the mayor of Sheffield Avenue. Right, Ray?
That's right, Mr. Mayor.
And my platform, plenty of Cub victories and plenty of ice cold Budweiser. Now, that's a winning ticket any bleacher bum can vote for.
Can a bum vote twice?
Holy cow, why not? Cub fans, this Bud's for you.
Now that's what I call serving the people.
Last of the fourth inning, it's 3-0 Cleveland. They got 2 in the third, 1 more in the fourth. So the Cubs will have Anthony Rizzo, Miguel Montero, and Addison Russell coming up. They'll try to cut into this lead. Cubs have lost 5 straight here in the desert. Anthony Rizzo, already a 2-time All-Star. Cubs Gold Glove caliber first baseman.
Well, at least they don't have to face Corey Kluber anymore. He was really good today, particularly in the third inning. Josh Tomlin on for the Indians.
Here's Tomlin's first pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Yeah, he was. 4 strikeouts, including the final 3 batters that he faced. And no runs allowed. Cubs got something going in the second inning, but couldn't cash in as Rizzo takes a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Had the bases loaded with 2 outs. That one's just a little low. Third time Tomlin's pitched this spring. He misses outside, ball 3.
Did you score the pickoff correctly?
I don't know. This is what I got. You have the right.
Kerry Muscat tweeted it, 13436134.
Ooh, give me the last one.
134.
Popped in the air. Down the line and left. With the shift over. It's going to be a long run.
Urshela.
But Urshela gets over and makes the catch, and Rizzo is retired. He fouls out. 1 down for Miguel Montero, lined out his first time up. Cubs trail by 3. Okay, I got 1, 3, 4, 3, 6, and then that's
1, 3, 4.
Okay. So it's 1, 3, 4, 3, 6, 1, 3, 4.
Correct.
Boom. That was nothing. Montero from the left side. And the first pitch to him's a ball. 3-0 Indians. Those are always fun.
Probably a couple more throws than the Cubs would have liked.
It gets dangerous. You get past maybe 2 or 3 throws and
almost got called for obstruction. That's the thing. A runner can buy a base there and stay alive by essentially just running into a defender.
Right.
If he's in the baseline.
That one's fouled back. 2 balls and a strike. Tomlin has surrendered hits to 7 of the 15 batters faced in his 2 outings coming into today. He's gotten Anthony Rizzo. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Miguel Montero. Montero came into this game as the Cubs' hottest hitter this spring. Was 6 for 8 before that lineout. Still waiting for the rest of the Cubs' bats to come alive as the pitch is fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 swing, fouled, rolled. Thought it might have got him on his foot. But nope, it's just a weak ground ball to second. And Martinez picks it up and throws him out, 2 down. So 2 up and 2 gone for the Cubs here in their 4th inning. And Addison Russell hit into a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning coming up from the right side. Tomlin home, and it's a little low. Any concern over the slow offensive start for these Cubs? They haven't scored more than 3 runs yet in a game. Now the pitch. Swing, popped him up. Middle of the diamond. And 4 infielders converge, but it's the shortstop Gonzalez with the red glove. And behind the dirt circle, he makes the catch just behind that mound, and the inning is over. Cubs go in order. We head to the 5th. Still the Cleveland Indians 3 and the Cubs nothing.
Hey, Cubs fans, let's go. Don't miss your chance to catch the best matchups in baseball. Reserve your place in line for history in the making. Join the season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy and free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list.
There's still time to sign up for the Chicago Cubs baseball summer camps presented by ATI Physical Therapy and Ideal Industries. Young sluggers ages 5 to 13 will suit up in Cubs gear, meet a current Cubs player, and receive top-notch baseball instruction around the Chicagoland area. To enroll your child in the camp experience of a lifetime, visit Cubs.com/kids.
On Monday, April 11th, the Cubs take on the Reds in their home opener at 7:05. The first 30,000 fans in attendance receive the official Cubs magnet schedule presented by G. Ordano's. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
On Sunday, June 19th, the Cubs take on their division rivals, the Pittsburgh Pirates. The first 5,000 kids in attendance, 13 and younger, will receive a special kids hooded towel. For more details, including updated game time information, visit Cubs.com.
Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @LenCasper.
Head to the bullpen and bring out Manny Parra. Parra, a left-hander, getting ready as we speak. Fifth inning, Cubs trail at 3-zip. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Cleveland. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Cubs. Jake Arrieta started and went 2 perfect innings with 3 strikeouts. Edgar almost pitched an inning ago and gave up a run on 2 hits. And now Parra will try to keep it where it is. He'll face the top of the Indians lineup. Rajai Davis, Taylor LeGuin, and then Carlos Santana. And to tell you about it, here's more with Len.
Mick, thank you. And you asked about if there's any concern about the Cubs offense. The only thing that would concern me at this point in the spring is if you had major injuries. Get to April 4th healthy. That's number 1. Number 2, number 3 concerns. It will be about your top 10. The actual numbers don't mean anything. Manny Parra, left-hander, is on, and Rajai Davis tried to bunt, and he missed it. Ball 1. There is no correlation between spring training and the regular season. The 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. Just the sample size is too small for these guys. Got 64 players in camp. All trying to get playing time. You're just kind of trying to get your timing back. A 1-1 has popped up on the infield. Rizzo into foul territory, and he makes the catch. Really battling that sun today. And now it's Naquin, who has struck out and walked. 3-0, the Indians have the lead here in the 5th inning. Manny Parra, 33 years old, California native. Big league time with the Brewers and the Reds. Ball 1 the count on Naquin. .40 relief appearances last year with Cincinnati. .390 earned run average. Came up as a starter with Milwaukee. Swinging a ground ball right to Rizzo. He'll glove and step on the bag for the out. So 2 down, and now it's Santana. Picked up an RBI single his last time up. The last 3 opening day starts for Carlos Santana. Each of the last 3 years, he has been the Indians' catcher, their third baseman, and last year their first baseman, and he could be their opening day DH this year. Could be 4 consecutive seasons, 4 different positions. The pitch low and outside from Parra. Santana batting right-handed, the switch hitter against the southpaw Parra. They overshift to the left against Santana on the infield as he swung at a pitch out of the zone, 1-1. Parra made his major league debut back in 2007. There's a hard hit ground ball under the glove of Parra, but Ben Zobrist playing right behind second base, able to scoop and throw out Santana to end the inning. A very quick 1-2-3 fifth inning for Manny Parra. We go to the bottom of the fifth from Mesa. It's the Indians 3 and the Cubs nothing.
You're listening to Cubs Baseball with Mick Gillespie and Len Casper.
It's not just a team, it's the Chicago Cubs. And it's not just baseball, it's city pride. And it's not just any season, it's this season, 2016, when all the rebuilding and drafting and trading and new additions come together as one, chasing postseason glory. This season, when the fans and the city and the team are on the edge of their seats because every moment at Wrigley Field matters. Don't miss a single one. Get tickets at Cubs.com. Your 2016 Chicago Cubs. Let's go.
Treat your clients and guests to an all-inclusive suite experience this season at Wrigley Field on the new Nuveen Investment Suite level. Businesses and individuals alike find suites to be a perfect private setting to host their guests. Suites are an unforgettable experience for both die-hard fans and casual observers. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites.
Mike Piazza talks about the Baseball Hall of Fame.
It just connects you with the history of the game and the tradition of this game and how important this game is to the fabric of society. It's something I used to bond with my father, and I love to sort of teach my kids the history of baseball.
Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. Connect with Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
Cubs half of the fifth inning. They trail the Indians 3-0. Only 2 hits to this point against Corey Kluber and Josh Tomlin. Jesus Aguilar is now playing first, so Santana done for the afternoon. Jeimer Candelario 1 for 1, singled in the second, will lead it on. Here's Tomlin's first pitch. Swing and a drive deep right center, back toward the wall. It's gone. A home run. Jeimer Candelario with a line shot home run just to the right of straightaway center onto the berm, and the Cubs are on the board. 3-1 now. So Candelario started the game 0 for 7 and is 2 for 2 with a single and a home run. That'll bring up Vogelbach. Fastball, knee-high strike. Tomlin back to the plate, inside for a ball. Tomlin's 31. Swing and a foul. Rolled softly toward the first base dugout. Next offering is low. 2-2 on Vogelbach. Candelario with a leadoff home run. Tomlin trying to grab a spot in the Indians' rotation, low and outside. Came back from shoulder surgery last year and made 10 starts. Ball 4. Vogelbach walks. And it's Juan Perez. Cubs down 3-1. Runner at first, nobody out, and a run in on the leadoff homer by Candelario. Pitch, Perez bunts, foul. It was not your typical sac bunt attempt. He showed late, clearly was trying to bunt for a base hit. Albert Almora dealing with some back stiffness earlier today, but he said he's fine, nothing to worry about. Throw to first, runner back in time. So Matt Caesar playing catch during a stretch earlier today as he comes back from the oblique issue. The 0-1, and Perez went around on a checked swing. 0-2. Urshela was playing in at third. Now he'll back up. Double play depth around the infield. Aguilar, the first baseman, holds on Vogelbach, who has a short lead. Tomlin now gets the sign from his catcher, Gomes. The pitch fouled away. Still 0-2. Another toss to first to check on Vogelbach. Indians starting staff, they strike out a lot of people. Kluber was particularly good in that department today. Struck out the final 3 batters he faced as Perez fouls again. Last year, the Indians became the first team in American League history to have 4 pitchers with 170 strikeouts. Kluber, Carrasco, Salazar, and Bauer. Yeah, the pitching was not the concern last year. They got to score more runs. Called strike 3. So almost right on cue. Tomlin picks up his first strikeout. And that's out number 1. Back to the top, and Fowler, who has grounded out and struck out looking, both against Kluber. Here we go. Tomlin to Fowler. It's low and out of the zone, knocked down by Gomes, and he'll get a new baseball. Jeimer Candelario with a leadoff home run. Cubs trail 3-1. On the set now, the pitch. It's a strike at the knees on Fowler. Indians have 5 hits. The Cubs with just 3. One on the way, hit hard and foul down the right field line. We're in the bottom of the 5th. We may get a look at some point today at the Cubs' first-round pick from last year. Ian Happ is on the minor league list. Players who are available this afternoon. Switch hitting outfielder. 1-2 Fowler lines right to second, throw to first, double play. He hit a seed right to Martinez, who then quickly got it to Aguilar to double off Vogelback, and that will end the inning. But Jeimer Candelario with a leadoff home run, and the Cubs finally get on the board. At the end of 5, it's now Cleveland 3 and the Cubs 1.
Take home a game used or autographed item and help benefit Cubs charities. Cubs Authentics is a premier outlet for all MLB authenticated Cubs memorabilia. Visit Cubs.com/authentics to bid on weekly auction items and to pre-order game used bases and baseballs. The Cubs will donate net proceeds from the sale of Cubs Authentics items to Cubs charities.
On Wednesday, July 20th, the Cubs play the New York Mets at 1:20. The first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Jake Arrieta Cy Young Award bobblehead presented by Pepsi. For more information and ticket availability, visit Cubs.com.
Tomorrow, the Cubs will face the Seattle Mariners at 2:05 Central Time. You can listen right here on Cubs.com.
It's not just a team, it's the Chicago Cubs. And it's not just baseball, it's city pride. And it's not just any season, it's this season, 2016, when all the rebuilding and drafting and trading and new additions come together as one, chasing postseason glory. This season, when the fans and the city and the team are on the edge of their seats because every moment at Wrigley Field matters. Don't miss a single one. Get tickets at Cubs.com. Your 2016 Chicago Cubs. Let's go.
Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @LenCasper.
Looks like Ian Happ's at second base.
Tim Fedorovich now catching. C.J. Riefenhauser will do the pitching. Yeah, last year, Happ played exclusively in the outfield. So 3-1, Cleveland with the lead. The Indians bat in the 6th. Yan Gomes will lead it off. Left-handed pitcher Riefenhauser with his first offering, and it misses high. Or ball one. Here's a pitch. And Gomes couldn't hold up on a check swing. Happ has played some infield in the past, but as I mentioned last year, after the Cubs drafted him, he played only in the outfield. I think it's great to add some more versatility. Jan Gomes powders one to deep left, and it's gone into the Cubs bullpen. Leadoff home run by Gomes makes it 4-1. His first homer of the spring. So he takes Riefenhauser deep, and it'll bring up Lonnie Chisenhall. And the first pitch is low, ball one. Happ is a switch hitter, and he has a better chance to get to the big leagues faster by playing multiple positions. Strike called on Chisenhall, 1-1. You know, maybe he will end up fitting the Ben Zobrist profile.
Play a little infield, play outfield.
Yeah. 1-1, a cut and a miss. 1-2.
I think if you're a utility player and you can play second and third and then some outfield, that's good. If you can play shortstop as a utility guy and still hit, that's great.
High drive, well hit, deep left center. Fowler on the warning track. He has enough room to make the catch. Maybe one step in front of the wall. So Chisenhall just missed one. That's the first out here in the Indian sixth, and now Robbie Grossman, who doubled and scored his last time up. Riefenhauser from the stretch and inside on Grossman, ball one. The pitch. Curve is outside. If you missed it earlier, Jake Arrieta, 2 scoreless innings in his spring debut with 4 strikeouts. Pierce Johnson got knocked around, couple of runs on 3 hits in his inning of work. Low and away, 3-0. Edgar Olmos allowed 1. Manny Parra a scoreless inning. And now C.J. Riefenhauser gave up a leadoff home run to Jan Gomes. 3-0 pitch, ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk. Urshela homered in the 3rd inning. Rocket to left, the righty Johnson. First pitch misses. That's 5 in a row that have eluded the strike zone for Riefenhauser. Drops in a breaking ball for strike 1. It's 1-1. Here's a pitch. Golf down the right field line. Long run over Hayward. He slides and makes the catch in fair territory right up along the right field foul line. Nicely done, Jason Hayward. So 2 down, and it's Eric Gonzalez, the shortstop. The Cubs are in very good hands in terms of right field defense with Jason Hayward this year, and well beyond. Ground ball towards center, and it'll get past Addison Russell, base hit. Grossman stops at second. So runners at first and second for Michael Martinez. Strikeout in the third and an RBI single in the fourth for Martinez. And then he was picked off first. He pops it up. Right side. Fedorovich over near the Indians' dugout. The ball hits the top of the dugout and bounds about 12 rows back into the seats. And a young Cub fan with a white T-shirt with the big blue W in front just made a great catch, and she's excited. So one strike the count on Martinez. The next pitch, backdoor breaking ball is wide. 1-1. Martinez bats right. He's actually a switch hitter, but facing a lefty in this at bat. 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside. Guessing the attendance today in the upper 13s. Maybe 13-7, 13-8. We have yet to get the official number. 2-1, hit on the ground to Russell, goes down to a knee. Now he'll get it to Happ at second. They force Gonzalez to end the inning. Yan Gomes with a leadoff home run. And then the Indians rally and leave two on base. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's Cleveland 4 and the Cubs 1.
The Chicago Cubs will host the 11th annual Race to Wrigley charity run presented by ATI Physical Therapy on Saturday, April 23rd at Wrigley Field. The 5K course runs through the streets of the Lakeview neighborhood and concludes at Wrigley Field. Cubs Charities will donate proceeds to support critical care needs for pediatric patients in Chicago through Advocate Children's Hospital. Sign up at CubsCharities.com.
Be sure to check out the EMC Legend Suite located on the Naveen Investments Suite level. Not only will your group enjoy a gourmet food and beverage package, they'll also receive a pregame tour and a visit from a former Cubs player during the game. You will talk baseball, take photos, and get autographs while hearing classic baseball stories. For more information, visit Cubs.com/suites.
Are you in charge of planning your next social gathering? Plan a day at Wrigley Field and enjoy special perks only available inside the ballpark. The Chicago Cubs offer special ticket packages for groups of 15 or more. Visit Cubs.com/groups.
You're listening to Cubs Baseball with Mick Gillespie and Len Casper.
Ross Detweiler is now on. Indians 4, Cubs 1. Cubs will bat here in the sixth inning. Uh-oh, we got more changes.
Yeah, I think everyone just changed.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Adam Moore is catching.
Okay. Here's Hayward against Ross Detweiler.
Now, the good thing is that the Indians don't have numbers on the front of their jersey, so.
Ball one inside. Great to see Matt Spiegel from Cubs radio flagship station, 670 The Score. Stopping by the booth. He and his partner Jason Goff, Nick Shepkowski, Jay Zawoski were down here broadcasting the last 3 days. Heading back to Chicago tonight. 1-1 on Hayward. Lefty to lefty. Ball 2 is low. 2-1.
Todd Hankins is at second.
Okay. The pitch. Fouled back our way. The Indians lead 4-1. Swing and a foul behind the plate. Yandy Diaz is now playing third. Zach Walters is playing left. I mentioned more catching. Michael Choice is in right for Chisenhall. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Eric Stamets, is it short? Here's Ian Happ. Batting right-handed, the switch hitter takes a strike. Ninth overall pick in the first round last year. Inside. Born in Pittsburgh, went to the University of Cincinnati. 67 games in the low minors for the Cubs last year. Now 2-1 on him. Rizzo on deck. The pitch on the way, cut on and missed. 2-2. Went to Mount Lebanon High School in Pittsburgh. And then on to the University of Cincinnati. In high school, he hit .449. The pitch off the plate in. Good eye at the plate. In his 67 minor league games last year, his on-base percentage is 97 points above his batting average. 3-2 is hit on two bounces to Stamets, the shortstop, and he'll get it across to get the prospect Happ, and here's Rizzo. I think we just about got it, partner. Except for center, unless
that's still
Naquin is still in center. Okay, got all the changes then for the Indians. Nicely done. Swing and a foul by Anthony. Big leg kick and the pitch. Rizzo bounces foul to first. Detweiler's 1-2 pitch. Rizzo grounds toward the middle. And they've got the shift on. I believe that was Stamets, the shortstop, over on the other side of second to make the play. And if not, who cares? We go to the seventh. It's now Cleveland 4 and the Cubs 1.
Hey, Cubs fans, let's go. Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com. Following the postseason run and an impressive offseason, there is tremendous excitement leading up to the Wrigley Field opener this year. Plan now to catch all your favorite division rivals as well as interleague matchups that include the Angels, Mariners, and Rangers. The 2016 promotional giveaways include unique bobbleheads, replica throwback jerseys, Budweiser Bleacher Fridays, and much more. With demand so high this season, plan to get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @LenCasper.
Changes now for the Cubs. Mark Zagunis is playing right. John Andrioli is in center. Bijan Rademacher is now in left. Munenori Kawasaki is playing first. Michael Jensen is now pitching. I think that's about it. Russell, Candelario are still in the game on the left side of the infield. So, seventh inning, 4-1 Indians. They'll try to add to their lead. Here's Mick.
Plethora of changes. Cubs have lost 5 straight. So they'll hope a lot of the young players that have just been brought into the game to play here can do something and maybe rally back and end that streak. Rajai Davis, 0 for 3 in the game, the leadoff batter. Takes ball 1. Struck out, popped out twice. Once to third, once to first. And this time he watches that ball skip to the plate. Ball 2. Michael Jensen. Out of minor league camp. Right-handed pitcher. Right-handed batter. And it's outside, ball 3. Not a great start. Indians scored 2 in the third inning. They got another in the fourth. They got 1 in the sixth. The Cubs' only run was on a Jeimer Candelario solo home run in the fifth. There's a strike. Jensen again gets the sign, and here it is. Swing, bounced. Back towards the mound. Jensen backs up, fields it, throws high to first. And Kawasaki able to catch the ball on the bag. And Davis brushed him as he ran past the base. And he's out, and that's 1 down. Nice job, though, by Jensen, just to kind of back up and get in position to field that ball off the mound. You're moving forward with your momentum, and then you got to kind of step back and field it. And he did that. 1 down. Tyler Naguin up. Struck out, walked, and grounded out. 4-1 Indians in the 7th. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Indians won yesterday's ball game 4-3. Eric Stemets had a game-winning base hit in the 9th. There's a line drive towards the gap. Right center field. That ball's going to skip all the way up against the wall. On the way around second and heading to third is Naguin, and he's there. Oh, he's out. He came off the bag, and he's tagged down. Looked like he had a triple, but he couldn't stay on the bag. So credit him with a double. And he's out at third. How about that? So second out of the inning. Goes 8-6-5 on the out. So 2 down. Jesus Aguilar will get a chance to bat. Indians at the plate, top of the 7th inning. Up 4-1. Here's Jensen's pitch. Breaking ball low. Aguilar touches the bat on home. Now the pitch. Called strike. Indians have some players right now dealing with injuries. One of them's former Cub right-hander Tommy Hunter. He signed with the Indians in the offseason. That ball's lifted high and foul. They're calling it a right core muscle repair. And it says, has shown good tolerance to throwing and agility work. Will progress to bullpen actively this week, so he'll be back soon. Michael Brantley, one of their star outfielders, right shoulder labrum repair surgery. That ball fouled back. Look out. Liner right over the screen. Zach McAllister, a right-handed pitcher, had the flu earlier this week. Trying to get everyone healthy. The good thing for the Cubs is they really haven't had any injuries yet this spring. Aguilar swings and misses, strike 3. Sides retired. They send the minimum to the plate here in the 7th. We head through stretch time. It's still the Indians 4, the Cubs 1.
You're listening to Cubs Baseball with Mick Gillespie and Len Casper.
Clark's Crew is the official kids club of the Chicago Cubs. Team up with Clark as a member of Clark's Crew and receive kid-specific perks, experiences, and merchandise. Visit Cubs.com/Clark to sign up today and be a part of the fun all season long.
On Wednesday, August 17th, the Cubs take on the Brewers at 7:05. The first 10,000 fans and attendants receive a Cubs Beach tote bag presented by Las Vegas. For more information and ticket availability, visit Cubs.com.
The Chicago Cubs will host the 11th annual Race to Wrigley charity run presented by ATI Physical Therapy on Saturday, April 23rd at Wrigley Field. The 5K course runs through the streets of the Lakeview neighborhood and concludes at Wrigley Field. Cubs Charities will donate proceeds to support critical care needs for pediatric patients in Chicago through Advocate Children's Hospital. Sign up at CubsCharities.com.
On Saturday, April 30th, the Cubs battled the Atlanta Braves at 1:20. The first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Ron Santo replica statue presented by TransUnion. For more information, including ticket availability, visit Cubs.com.
Center fielder for the Indians, and I think they made a couple of other changes. Bottom of the 7th inning, it's 4-1 Cleveland. Cubs coming to the plate.
Shane Robinson now playing center. And it is Adam Plutko, a right-hander now pitching.
All right. Tim Fedorovich, Cubs catcher, lead off. Cubs have lost 5 straight here in the Cactus League. Time to rally, or it'll be 6 straight. Down by 3. See some of the young guys in this game. Plutko ready and delivers. And the first pitch is a called strike to Fedorovich. Tim Fedorovich, very good defensive catcher. Broke in with the Dodgers, spent some time with the Padres as he swings and fouls that pitch back. And it's 0-2. Plutko ready, and here comes the pitch, too. Outside for a ball. Fedorovich made the Dodgers opening day roster in 2013. He was back up to A.J. Ellis. Eventually was optioned back to AAA when Ramon Hernandez was acquired by the Dodgers from the Rockies that year. Pitched low in the dirt, 2-2. Then he was back with the Dodgers full-time by June as the backup, and then released later that month. Here's the pitch inside, ball 3. Now the payoff pitch, swing, fouled back.
14254 in the house today.
Yep, I heard him say another sellout. He was traded to the Padres from the Dodgers in that Matt Kemp deal. Takes low and away, ball 4. And a leadoff walk. Here's Addison Russell. Rounded out and popped out. He's 0 for 2. Cubs down 4-1 in the 7th. And the pitch. In there, a strike. A lot of times you're the third catcher, and being the third catcher, you spend a lot of time at AAA, and then you spend some time in the big leagues. Here's the 0-1. That's low. Yeah, it's good to see Jim DeShays. Got the TV crew in here now. Runner leads off of first. One ball and 1 strike. And the pitch home. Inside, almost hit him, ball 2. Addison Russell's gone deep a couple of times this spring. He's got some real pop. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs already this Cactus League. Now the pitch, swing, fouled back. Russell trained at the Expos Athletic Performance Training Center. That's right there by the Andrews Institute in Gulf Breeze, Florida. Swings and hits a line drive to left, but he just missed it. And Walters backs up a couple of steps, and the left fielder makes the catch. 1 down. Came back 100% healthy. He's recovering from last year's injury. Had that left hamstring injury, and he's 100%. Jamer Candelario homered in the 5th inning. He singled in the 2nd. 4-1. Indians lead the Cubs here in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch home. Low for a ball. Ball, no strikes. And the pitch in the dirt. Moore slides over to stop it. Ball 2. Candelario last year between double and AAA, 277 batting average, 10 home runs, 64 RBIs. Pretty good defensive third baseman. Makes the plays. That ball's clubbed at and fouled away. Home run today over the right center field wall. Two balls and a strike. Infield looking for a double play. Cubs trying to rally back down 3. And the pitch. Low and inside. Ball 3. One thing that you will notice with the Cubs minor leaguers is their ability to work deep into a count and take pitches. That's something that they stress throughout the Cubs minor league system. Swing, popped it up. Out in the shallow left field. Steppett's there, and he makes the catch. Steppett's shortstop, and there are 2 outs. So 2 down. Dan Vogelbach coming up. He's walked twice. Cubs down by 3. Left-handed batting, Vogelbach. First pitch, called strike, fastball on the outside corner. Turned down a scholarship to go to the University of Florida to sign. Second round in 2011 with the Cubs as the pitch is taken for a ball. One of the scouts that signed him said he was arguably the best pure hitter he can remember seeing. Very impressive. As the pitch is high and it's ball 2. You know, the athleticism, still working on that. He's fought hard with his weight and did lose a lot of weight a couple of seasons ago during the off year. Still a big guy. He's always going to be a big guy as the pitch is fouled back and it's 2-2. Kind of like John Kruk. He just kind of reminds me of John Kruk. Always has. Two balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. Inside corner called strike 3, and Vogelbach is out, and so are the Cubs. Leadoff walk, but they cannot score. We head to the business end of this game. Indians 4, Cubs 1.
Hey, Cubs fans, let's go. Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com. Following the postseason run and an impressive offseason, there is tremendous excitement leading up to the Wrigley Field opener this year. Plan now to catch all your favorite division rivals as well as interleague matchups that include the Angels, Mariners, and Rangers. The 2016 promotional giveaways include unique bobbleheads, replica throwback jerseys, Budweiser Bleacher Fridays, and much more. With demand so high this season, plan to get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
Treat your clients and guests to an all-inclusive suite experience this season at Wrigley Field on the new Nuveen Investment Suite level. Businesses and individuals alike find suites to be a perfect private setting to host their guests. Suites are an unforgettable experience for both die-hard fans and casual observers. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites.
Experience the Budweiser bleachers in style with coworkers, friends, and family in one of the newest amenities, the left field porch. Enjoy the bleacher atmosphere in this private porch setting that offers tremendous views of the game and a unique look at the famous Chicago skyline. Available in blocks of 50 or 100, you'll enjoy lounge-style seating, unlimited beverages, and access 2 hours prior to first pitch. For more information, visit Cubs.com/suites.
On Sunday, September 17th, the Cubs take on the Brewers at 1:20. The first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Cubs stainless steel drink bottle presented by Ideal Industries, Inc. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Couple changes for the Cubs. Mooney Kawasaki moves from first base to shortstop. Addison Russell out of the game. Matt Clark is the new first baseman. And I'm sure there's probably a couple others that I missed, but I think that. Did I miss any, Len?
Yeah, you got enough of them.
All right, well, I got enough of them. All right, we head to the 8th inning. Cleveland with a 4-1 lead. Back to the plate, and to tell you about it, here's Len.
Okay, Mick, thanks. And great to have my television partner here in the booth. Jim Deshaies stopping by. Spring training greetings, Mr. Deshaies.
Greetings. Good to be with you guys. Beautiful day for hardball.
Yeah, the weather really has cooperated. Cooled off a bit the last couple of days, but we haven't had to deal with any rain of any kind. This is Adam Moore, the catcher, and he bounces foul. And you and I will hit the television airwaves 1 week from today. We've got 9 broadcasts down here before opening the season in Anaheim on April 4th. 1 strike the count on Moore. Jensen's pitch, he is low for ball. What has caught your eye early on?
Well, the hot dog's really good. I just pounded one of those downstairs. It's to me the enthusiasm around the ball club, the excitement, the expectations for this ball club obviously are sky high, and it's just kind of fun. This is the 3rd game I've been to this week, and just kind of roaming around the stands. I've been in the seats here behind the dugout. I've been out on the berm in right field, and just listening to the fans and kind of getting caught up in all their excitement's been fun. Well, I was impressed with the way the ball jumped off of Candelario's bat earlier today.
For sure. Speaking of that, Moore, it's a line shot to left for a leadoff single. Yeah, they like Jamer and what he brings to the table both ways. He's a switch hitter. That's the thing about this offseason. Michael Choice will step in. You sign Jason Hayward, you sign John Lackey, you make the Warren for Castro deal. You bring in Ben Zobrist. But the inventory of prospects at the minor league level still completely intact outside for a ball. So it's not as if the cupboard is bare now that a lot of these kids are here.
You didn't have to use up a whole lot of those assets to acquire talent. You went out aggressive in the free agent market, so now you have those chips available if you want to make a deal at the deadline.
Bouncer to third. Nice play, Negron. The throw to second for 1. Relay by Happ. Double play. 5-4-3. Nicely turned. And Joe likes what he's seen out of veteran Chris Negron, who can play everywhere. That was a nifty start. And we mentioned the outfielder Happ getting some reps at second base with a nice turn. 2 down. You're a former pitcher, so we tend to veer in that direction on occasion. What do you think of the setup with the veteran guys kind of getting pushed back a little bit?
I get it. I think it makes perfect sense. Joe, he talked about it all last year about, it's the old cliche, right? The marathon, not the sprint. Protecting guys, trying to make sure that they're available for the long haul. So, perhaps it puts a little extra pressure on the bullpen early, but there's always off days early in the season, so I don't anticipate it's going to be a problem.
1-0 on Zach Walters. The next pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. And the other, theory going into the season with guys like Wood and Richard and Cahill and Warren being stretched out, that you could see some more multiple inning outings by the Cubs bullpen. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Yeah, you could see a scenario, and some clubs have talked about this, using the back end of the rotation almost in a piggyback situation where, hey, you give me 5 today and you've got 4. Now, normally you don't do that with your frontline guys. You hand them the ball and say, give me everything you've got. But if the idea is to save some bullets, you could have seen Joe adopting that philosophy early on with even the guys at the top of his rotation.
Absolutely. Bounced foul. Where everybody's going to hit in the lineup will be a conversation we'll have, I'm sure, on a few of our telecasts. Good problem to have. I think with the re-signing of Fowler, it makes things maybe a little clearer. That's outside. I thought Jason Hayward might be your leadoff hitter before Dexter got back in the mix.
Yeah, Hayward, Zobrist could do that job. Any number of guys are capable.
2-2 from Jensen. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Always good to see you, JD.
Hey, good to be with you.
And again, we will have our first Comcast Sportsnet telecast 1 week from today against the Kansas City Royals. To the bottom of the 8th, it's the Indians 4 and the Cubs 1.
Every Cub has a story. Anthony Rizzo, the Italian kid from Florida, hits home runs and shares his orange slices. John Lester, the country boy, loves the outdoors and pitches with a fire inside. Addison Russell, the shy, quiet kid who lets his play do all the shouting. Each took a different path to get here, but they share the same dream. Postseason glory at Wrigley Field. Be there for every moment of the journey. Get tickets at Cubs.com. Your 2016 Chicago Cubs. Let's go.
Hey, Cub fans, show that you bleed Cubby Blue by becoming a member of the Cubs Club, the official fan club of the Chicago Cubs. The members will enjoy game day audio and exclusive perks. Now is the perfect time to join, rejoin, or give a fellow Cubs fan the gift of a Cubs Club membership. To join today, visit Cubs.com.
On Monday, April 11th, the Cubs take on the Reds in their home opener at 7:05. The first 30,000 fans in attendance receive the official Cubs magnet schedule presented by G. Ordano's. For more information, visit Cubs.com. On Sunday, May 8th, the Cubs host the Washington Nationals at 1:20. The Cubs are going pink to promote breast cancer prevention awareness. All fans and the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Cubs charity pink out t-shirt presented by Avocate Healthcare. For more information and ticket availability, visit Cubs.com.
You're listening to Cubs Baseball with Mick Gillespie and Len Casper.
New pitcher for Cleveland is Felipe Polino. Cubs back up bottom of the 8th inning, down 4-1.
John Andreoli will lead it off. We'll be in Peoria tomorrow. Cubs and the Mariners. Low and outside from Paulino. Cubs held to just 3 hits so far, 2 belonging to Jeimer Candelario with a single and a home run. Anthony Rizzo with the other hit, a leadoff single off Corey Kluber in the second. The pitch, swing and a foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looking forward to the weekend when the White Sox come in on Saturday. First matchup of the 2 Chicago teams. The White Sox have high hopes. They had a busy offseason. Outside for a ball, and probably more than anything for the White Sox, it's going to be about the guys who had off years last year kind of getting back to what they're used to. I mean, Adam LaRoche has to be better, you would think. Two 2-1 is on the outside corner. (4-1) Indians. Outside again, 3-2. Cubs won't have to deal with Todd Frazier quite as much as they used to. No longer with the Reds, but they will see him with the White Sox. And time called before this 3-2. Kawasaki on deck. Calm conditions. No cloud cover whatsoever. As Andreoli fouls, still 3-2. Paulino works from the stretch. It's a sign from Moore, who sets up toward the outside, and the pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball for strike 3. Here's Kawasaki. Came into the game to play first and has now moved over to short. Paulino's pitch, outside, ball 1. Back with you each of the next 2 days here on MLB.com. Cubs and Mariners tomorrow. Reds and Cubs Friday. Breaking ball outside, 2-0. John Lester will pitch for the Cubs tomorrow for the first time this spring. John Lackey will go on Friday. Outside again, 3-0. 3 straight misses wide of the strike zone for Paulino. Mark Zagunis is on deck. Kawasaki takes a strike. The 3-1 is low, ball 4. Cubs need base runners down 3, and they've got one with 1 out. Now Mark Zagunis, 3rd round pick, 2014. New Jersey native, went to Virginia Tech. Outfielder, catcher, and a called strike. Two seasons in the low minor leagues, 277 average, a 4.11 on base. Strike called. He walked 80 times in 115 games last year with Myrtle Beach. Right-handed batter, and he waits on an 0-2 and golfs it foul out of play. Well, he definitely fits the profile in terms of a keen eye at the plate. He's only hit 10 home runs these last 2 years, but he hit 2. 2014, hit 8 last year with 24 doubles. Up and in. 1 and 2. Mick, I have a feeling you're going to see a lot of Mark Zagunis this year.
Yeah, he was a key part of that Carolina League Championship team.
Spent the year at Myrtle Beach. And on the hands, and he fights it off foul.
Oh, nice catch on the rebound. But
he caught a bit 2 years ago. Last year, played exclusively in the outfield. Outside, and Paulino just missed. 2 and 2. Here it comes. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. It'll be up to Ian Happ. Batting left-handed against the righty Paulino. Fouled away. (4-1) Cleveland, bottom of the 8th. Cubs trying to avoid their 6th consecutive loss. Still have not put up more than 3 runs in any game. Kawasaki, the runner at first. Swing and a miss, 0-2. There goes Kawasaki. The pitch is low. The throw to second is late. Stolen base, Kawasaki. You know, Mick, the other thing about where the Cubs are right now in this process, it's all about the big league team at the moment, but still a lot of talent in the minor leagues, is you don't have to rush anybody. Now, they didn't rush anybody these last 3 or 4 years as it was, but with all the talent you have at the big league level, you can really let these prospects work on their game, and you don't have to overexpose anybody too soon. Fouled away by Happ. Still 1-2 on him.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, there's a lot of people that felt like Starlin Castro could have used a little more time in the minor leagues, and he went straight from the Smokies, Double-A, to the big leagues.
I never looked back, but you're right. I don't think we're going to see that situation pop up for some time. Outside, and it's 2-2. And it's understandable. Fans tend to look at the Almoras and at some point maybe an Ian Happ or a Wilson Contreras at some point this year if he gets off to another great start, saying, well, why not bring these kids up, or where are they going to play? And these are all good problems to have. Outside, 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, unless someone does something superhuman like Kyle Schwarber last year, where you just can't not have him in the big leagues. You're right. I mean, that'll give more time to develop, and you hope you get your chance there and stay there.
3-2 outside. That's a good at bat by Happ as he draws the walk, and that will bring the tying run to the plate. Bijan Rademacher. First and second, 2 outs. Cubs are down 3, and a strike called.
He came on strong at the end of last season.
261. Double-A Tennessee. In the dirt. th round pick, 2012. Left-handed batter, 6 feet, 200 pounds. Bijan Rademacher. Low, 2-1. And again, another guy who struck out less than he walked. 67 walks, 60 strikeouts last year, for a healthy 379 on base average. He hasn't hit for a ton of power to this point. Do you see more power in that bat? Or is that not really his game?
Say more gap-to-gap power.
Got it. Outside, 3-1.
But he had flashes of being a pretty good player. Went a couple months where he really didn't see that much playing time, and then when he started getting back in, he took advantage of it.
He takes ball 4. That will load the bases, all on walks. Mickey Callaway, the Indians pitching coach, will trot out to the mound. Tim Fedorovich with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Kawasaki, the runner, at third. Haps at second. Rademacher's at first. Cubs trying to rally late, trailing 4-1. Called strike on a slider. Felipe Paulino in some trouble, and a high fly out of the deep left. Back toward the wall. It's caught. What a play out there by Zach Walters, banging into the fence. If that ball gets down, the Cubs tie the game. Zach Walters with a running grab right up against the chain link fence in front of the Cubs bullpen. And Fedorovich with a very loud out, number 3. So they leave him loaded, and we will go to the 9th. It's still Cleveland 4 and the Cubs 1.
Clark, the official mascot of the Chicago Cubs, can be a part of your next event. From community outings to wedding receptions and birthday parties, Clark wants to be invited. Visit Cubs.com/kids for more information on bringing Clark to your next party.
Treat your clients and guests to an all-inclusive suite experience this season at Wrigley Field on the new Veen Investment Suite level. Businesses and individuals alike find suites to be a perfect private setting to host their guests. Suites are an unforgettable experience for both die-hard fans and casual observers. To book your premier experience at the ballpark, visit Cubs.com/suites.
Experience the Budweiser bleachers in style with coworkers, friends, and family in one of the newest amenities, the left field porch. Enjoy the bleacher atmosphere in this private porch setting that offers tremendous views of the game and a unique look at the famous Chicago skyline. Available in blocks of 50 or 100, you'll enjoy lounge-style seating, unlimited beverages, and access 2 hours prior to first pitch. For more information, visit Cubs.com/suites.
Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @LenCasper.
New pitcher for the Cubs, left-hander Rex Brothers. 4-1 Cleveland. Cubs had a shot. They were maybe a couple feet away from tying it or taking the lead on that big fly, but a great catch by Walters with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Keeps it a 3-run Indians lead.
So the veteran Brothers working with Tim Fedorovich, who nearly gave the Cubs the lead. As Mick said, he was just a couple of feet away from a grand slam. So top of the 9th. Yandy Diaz playing third will lead it off. And the first pitch from the Southpaw brothers is low, ball 1. Next offering misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Over in Surprise, Arizona, they had a swarm of bees that briefly had delayed the Rockies-Royals game yesterday. Apparently everybody was all right, including the bees. Outside, 3-0. Here's a pitch. Ball 4 low. Eric Stamets is now at the plate. Ball 1. Jake Arrieta started this game for the Cubs. He faced 6 batters, retired them all. Low for ball 2. Brothers has missed on the first 6 offerings. 4 of the 6 batters struck out. Ninth inning, 4-1 Indians. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Three and 1 now. Brothers struggling to find the strike zone. Big leg kick. The 3-1 is popped up on the infield. Clark drifting into foul territory in front of Sandy Alomar Jr., the Indians' first base coach, and he makes the catch for the out. Now Todd Hankins is playing second. Outside, ball 1. The pitch bounced foul, and it's 1-1. Foul territory all the way from behind home plate to the foul pole and left in the shade. Just about the rest of the ballpark still in the sun here in the late afternoon hours. Low and inside, 2-1. Brothers has been behind every batter this inning. Sharply hit ground ball, pulled into left. That'll get all the way into the corner. Rounding third is Diaz. Relay throw is not going to be made as Happ actually dropped it. I don't think he had a shot at the runner trying to score. So Diaz is in. It's an RBI double for Hankins, and it's 5-1 Indians. Joey Butler will be the hitter in the DH spot. (5-1) Cleveland. And the pitch is outside and low, ball one. Pitch, swing, and a foul straight back, just below the press box. The pitch, ground ball hit to short. Kawasaki will throw to first. On the play, Hankins advances to third, 2 down. Now it's Shane Robinson. Outside, ball one. Robinson takes a strike. Big league time with St. Louis and the Minnesota Twins. As Robinson swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt. 1-2. 83 games last year with Minnesota. For Robinson, he hit .250. No homers, 16 knocked in. (31 years old). Brothers with a 1-2. It's in and low. Brothers, 28 years old, from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And a bouncer up there in front of the plate. Chest blocked by Fedorovich. That saved a run, at least for the time being. 3-2 now on Robinson. Three-two pitch. He bounced another one up there. That's ball four. And it's Jesus Aguilar with runners at first and third, and already a run in.
Hey, did you hear that the most interesting man in the world is retiring?
I'm not retiring.
Well, the other one.
Oh.
The Dos Equis
okay.
guy.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yep.
I'm sure he will enjoy retirement. Ball one low. I don't think Brothers has thrown a first pitch strike in this inning. And it has come back to hurt him. Low again. And it's 2-0. First and third, one in. It's 5-1 Indians in the ninth. The pitch is fouled away. 2-1. Few fans headed for the exits here in the late innings, and a fly ball well hit to center but playable. And Rioli makes the grab a couple of steps in front of the warning track. And the Indians are finished in the ninth, but not before they add to their lead. And we will go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. It's the Indians 5 and the Cubs 1.
Every Cub has a story. Anthony Rizzo, the Italian kid from Florida, hits home runs and shares his orange slices. John Lester, the country boy, loves the outdoors and pitches with a fire inside. Addison Russell, the shy, quiet kid who lets his play do all the shouting. Each took a different path to get here, but they share the same dream. Postseason glory at Wrigley Field. Be there for every moment of the journey. Get tickets at Cubs.com. Your 2016 Chicago Cubs. Let's go.
You know, a lot of people think I have the best seat in the house. No way. The best seat in the house is right here. Cheering on the Cubs with the greatest fans in the world and the greatest beer in the world, Budweiser. Yeah, nothing quenches a Cub fan's thirst for victory quite like the king of beer. Oh, now here comes another one. Cub fans, this Bud's for you.
The Chicago Cubs will host the 11th annual Race to Wrigley charity run presented by ATI Physical Therapy on Saturday, April 23rd at Wrigley Field. The 5K course runs through the streets of the Lakeview neighborhood and concludes at Wrigley Field. Cubs Charities will donate proceeds to support critical care needs for pediatric patients in Chicago through Advocate Children's Hospital. Sign up at CubsCharities.com.
Tomorrow, the Cubs will face the Seattle Mariners at 2:05 Central Time. You can listen right here on Cubs.com. Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @Len Casper.
Left-hander Kyle Crockett is in a non-save situation. His team leads by 4 as we get to the bottom of the ninth. Crockett, 24 years old, 6'2", 175 pounds. Indians lead this one 5-1. Chris Negron will start it for the Cubs. There we go. Crockett slings it in for a strike. Born in Newport News, Virginia, went to the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. 4th round pick of the Indians 2013. Outside that time, 1-1.
Well, years of good teams, and then they finally won the World Series last year at University of Virginia.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Negron late. Actually sat back on an off-speed pitch and couldn't get it. 1-2 the count. Matt Clark in the on-deck circle. The pitch by Crockett, and he spins one up there, and Negron fouls back. Next offering. Swing and a bouncer to short. Stamets is up with it. Throws to first. 1 out. Player of the game today, Mick. I'm going to vote for Jake Arrieta.
Me too.
Honorable mention to Jamer Candelario. A couple of hits, including a home run. But Arrieta Made short work of the Indians in his 2 innings. Here's Clark with Taylor Davis now on deck.
It's a different game when he's pitching.
Curve is over. 1 strike the count on Clark, left-handed hitter. We've seen Matt quite a bit late in these ball games here this first week. The 0-1 inside that time. Indians 5, Cubs 1, bottom of the 9th. The pitch, right down the middle. 1-2. Crockett goes from the line. He turns, kicks, and delivers. Breaking ball, hit in the air, center field. On the move, it's caught by Robinson. The ball was knuckling a bit on him. So 2 up, 2 down. Here's Taylor Davis. Pitch number 1 on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch fouled off. Cubs down to their final strike. Deep breath by Crockett, the left-hander. Here's his 0-2 to Davis. It's low, 1-2. John Andrioli would bat, but only if Davis reaches. Low again, 2-2. Bottom 9, 2 down, a 2-2 count on Taylor Davis. Here it is. Bounce left side, this will do it. Routine for Diaz, and it's not routine apparently, as he overthrows Aguilar at first, and the Cubs are still alive. Boy, when I say routine, I'm talking with a capital R. That was a Sunday hop right to the third baseman. He had all kinds of time, and he just simply threw it over the head of the first baseman. So a 2-out error, and the Cubs have some life.
They have time. You mean Taylor Davis is a catcher running, and he wasn't even halfway up the baseline.
So it is Andrioli. And the pitch. Low and in. Cubs receiving a stay, so to speak. And as Andrioli lifts a high fly to deep center, and it will get on out of here. A 2-run homer for Andrioli. Robinson simply ran out of room. And it's now 5-3. So the door has been opened. These will be unearned runs. Here's Kawasaki, and he takes a strike. Sure, the first thing Diaz is going to do if the Indians hang on here is go right up to his pitcher and say, that's on me. Crockett thought the game was over on that ground ball to third. The 0-1 is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-run ball game. Kawasaki needs to reach to give Mark Zagunis a chance as the tying run. Here's the pitch. Inside on a breaking ball. Couple of homers for the Cubs today. Kawasaki lines one foul to left and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Candelario and Andreoli have gone deep, supplying all the runs. 2-2, and Kawasaki held up on a low and outside breaking ball. 3-2.
He makes a normal ball seem a lot more exciting by the way he jumps back and shakes his head. And kind of fun to watch him.
Here's a payoff pitch. Fouled away. We will do it again. Cubs rallying here with 2 outs. The pitch on the way. Ground ball. Base hit left field. And that will bring the tying run to the plate. It looked like the Cubs' imminent demise was at hand. But they got a reprieve on the error by Diaz, the third baseman. And Rioli then hit a 2-run homer. Kawasaki with a single. And here's Zagunis. Cubs down 2. And you can hear a crowd that had really quieted down getting into it. The pitch on the way is low. Crockett's next offering is bounced to, guess where? Third. This time Diaz will fire to second. They force Kawasaki, and the Indians find a way to hang on today. Final score, Cleveland 5 and the Cubs 3. Nice comeback, Mick, late, but the Indians hold them off, so the Cubs' losing streak now extends to 6 games, and they'll have another shot to snap the skid tomorrow as we head to Peoria.
Get them out of the way now. Why they don't count.
So the Cubs drop to 1-7 on the spring. The Indians improved to 3 up, 4 down, and 2 ties. So that'll wrap things up from Mesa. Once again, the final score, the Indians 5, the Cubs 3. For Mick Gillespie, Joey Liberatore, I'm Len Casper. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Peoria. So long, everybody.
On Tuesday, August 16th, the Cubs battle the Brewers at 7:05. The first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a Joe Madden Manager of the Year bobblehead, presented by Benjamin Moore. For more information and ticket availability, visit Cubs.com.
You know, a lot of people think I have the best seat in the house. No way. The best seat in the house is right here. Cheering on the Cubs with the greatest fans in the world and the greatest beer in the world, Budweiser. Yeah, nothing quenches a Cub fan's thirst for victory quite like the king of beer. Oh, now here comes another one. Cub fans, this Bud's for you.
Are you in charge of planning your next social gathering? Plan a day at Wrigley Field and enjoy special perks only available inside the ballpark. The Chicago Cubs offer special ticket packages for groups of 15 or more. Visit Cubs.com/groups.
Hey, Cubs fans, let's go! Tickets are on sale now at Cubs.com. Following the postseason run and an impressive offseason, there is tremendous excitement leading up to the Wrigley Field opener this year. Plan now to catch all your favorite division rivals as well as interleague matchups that include the Angels, Mariners, and Rangers. The 2016 promotional giveaways include unique bobbleheads, replica throwback jerseys, Budweiser Bleacher Fridays, and much more. With demand so high this season, plan to get your tickets now at Cubs.com.
It's been called shell shock, war neurosis, and battle fatigue. Today, we call it post-traumatic stress disorder, and it affects 1 out of every 5 warriors returning from battle in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Wounded Warrior Project offers comfort and support for warriors with PTSD and all other scars of war, whether those scars are visible or hidden. Find out how to help, because for warriors, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. Please visit woundedwarriorproject.org.
You know, during the off-season, I'm the mayor of Rush Street. But once the Cubbies take the field, I'm the mayor of Sheffield Avenue. Right, Ray?
That's right, Mr. Mayor.
And my platform, plenty of Cub victories and plenty of ice-cold Budweiser. Now, that's a winning ticket any bleacher bum can vote for.
Can a bum vote twice?
Holy cow! Why not? Cub fans, this Bud's for you.
Now, that's what I call serving the people.
Join in on the conversation by tweeting your Cubs questions to @BroadcasterMick and @Len Casper. Tomorrow, the Cubs will face the Seattle Mariners at 2:05 Central Time. You can listen right here on Cubs.com. Thanks for listening to Chicago Cubs Spring Training Baseball. Today's Cactus League contest was broadcasted on Cubs.com in conjunction with Major League Baseball Advanced Media. Chicago Cubs Spring Training Baseball is brought to you by Under Armour Chicago Brand House, now open on 600 North Michigan Avenue. Budweiser, the Great American Lager, Starwood Hotels and Resorts, ATI Physical Therapy, the official therapy provider of the Chicago Cubs. American Airlines, book your next trip to visit the Cubs now at AA.com. Wintrust Community Banks and Sloan Valve Company, the world's leading manufacturer of water-efficient solutions.